Hello, hello. I'm doing it. I'm live again on Saturday. And I'm actually trying to promote the stream this time for real. I'm gonna post this on the old Instagram. But I'm a boomer, so it'll take me a little bit. I hope everyone's doing well. My Saturday's going well. This is, it's a work in progress title. Right now his name is King Baby Man Face. And this is what we were working on last time. But obviously he's been more refined. Today's music brought to you by Minecraft Volume Alpha, but with Super Mario 64 sound font by Tabby. Great time. Let's see if we can quickly post this. So yeah, I suck. So I didn't finish this art over the last week, even though I really should have. I've just been tired, man. But we should be able to finish it today. All that we have left is coloring, because it's going to be a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit rough, right? That's the whole idea of these character designs. Currently live on Twitch and YouTube. Say hi. Gotta try this again. Oh, we're gonna go up on the chair. Come on up. There you go. So the plan for today is finishing this little guy, maybe starting the next little guy. 12 to 2 is the time frame I'm thinking. That's a little bit better. And then we put a little bit of text. We say, streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Say hi or not. So yes, I hope everyone's having a wonderful start to your weekend. Yeah, there's actually not too much to do left on this guy here. I forget what brush thickness we were using. It was like 7. I gotta add a little bit more veins, a little bit of gross boils on him. And then clean up the eyes a little bit and do this back chair. But the chair, I think, is going to be, for the most part, pretty unrefined. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm disappointed in how... Sorry, the Minecraft music's throwing me off a little bit. The more I'm disappointed in how long this has taken me. But that's the life of an artist, I guess. I just wanted to put this little notch There's a little notch in the chair here. Not really for any specific reason. Probably have to do a couple more notches, otherwise that one individual notch will look a little weird. I just noticed you can see Aiko behind me. That's my cat. Hi, Aiko. I do wish I had the webcam in a different location, because I would love to have the window open, but the light just blows out the camera. So I just have a little bit open for little lady back there. And I can't really move the location of the camera either. Alright, let's get started on the chair. I'm not excited. Because it's, you know, it's two perfect circles and a bunch of right angles, so I'm sure we're gonna have fun with it. So it is a little bit hot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really, I don't have really too much to say today, to be honest. But that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta kind of focus on the art. That's the wrong button. Where's my shift? There we go. We're gonna cheat on at least this back part here. Use our shift to our advantage. This would probably come up a little bit further out. Alright, progress, baby. Whoa. Whoa, that's loud. Sorry, I'm just working over in my head if this is actually how it would look perspective-wise. I think this all checks out. What I'm really trying to do with this piece, because it's taking me way longer than I wanted, is I'm really not trying to zoom in. Right, that's a tip that a lot of artists that are a lot more professional than myself say, is that if you can, I mean, obviously it depends on the piece you're working on, the style. Sorry, I forgot where all my buttons are here. But if you zoom in and you kind of get lost in these details, you know, as I do a lot of the time, you'll just spend so long on art pieces that it's hard to get better, which is what I've found myself doing over the last couple of years, and I want to get quicker and stuff. And one of the big tips is to stay zoomed out, because if it looks good from this distance, and sometimes even further out, no one's going to notice if there's like a little line that won't align. Like if I zoom in all the way here, you see these two lines overlapping? Sure, we could fix that. But it's something that, you know, the average viewer won't notice. or any viewer, to be fair. And it just kind of needlessly adds time to the piece. But, you know, depending on the type of piece you're doing, maybe that makes sense to be that, you know, detailed with a fine tooth comb, as the saying goes. But especially for a piece like this, which is supposed to be loose, right? It's just supposed to be a character design. I don't think we need to zoom in as I'm actually zoomed in. So let's zoom out a little bit. See if we can get a good circle here. We're gonna do it on another layer because I don't trust myself. Really hoping someone hops in to see me attempt to draw a circle about 30 or 40 times here. Might cheat and just use the circle tool, because my circles are off. Some days you really feel the circle. Like you throw out, you throw out one of these. You throw out one of these. Okay, it's not gonna work. But you throw out a perfect circle like on the first or second try. Those are the days we all live for, I think. Okay, that's not bad. We can live with that. Yeah, sure. Sure. I mean, the key to drawing a circle, right, is you use your arm, not your wrist. Because your wrist is not naturally going to go in a circle, whereas your arm can pivot that way. Much easier. And we're trying. But like I said, I think it's just one of those days. I wasn't really feeling like drawing too much today, but, you know, that's kind of how it's been the whole week for myself. Let's try reversing. That's not bad. That's how it's been the whole week for me. Is I've been putting off drawing, not really feeling like drawing. I've felt kind of tired and just uncreative, which really sucks because I do feel like I've gotten into a good flow for my last video. I kind of figured out a method that works for my personal filming style. I feel like I could edit it quickly, and you know, so it's just the last piece of the puzzle for getting more consistent videos out is making more art. And I do feel like I'm definitely making more art this year than I probably have in most years. I'm trying to think of the last time I've committed this much time to art, and maybe this year is the most I've ever made art, just in terms of sketching and actual pieces and stuff. But even so, I feel like that's now the roadblock is creating enough art to make videos about to get a consistent schedule. Because my goal is to release a video every 2 weeks, but obviously that has not. Like, that doesn't look right. How the hell does this? Because it can't be in front of it. I'm very confused on the perspective of this part right here. I'm thinking it might have to do with how this back piece lines up. Because it wouldn't be directly in. It would kind of be following this. Might be like that. Is that closer if we zoom out? If my zoom button would work? Why did my light turn? I think my streaming light just died middle stream. Give me 1 second there. Alright, Pogo, 1 second. Second, buddy. Okay. Well, my streaming light died. Luckily, we do have a lamp here. Doesn't quite look as professional, but it does look a little bit softer. I do be a soft little guy with this lighting. I don't know if soft guy is something that's a bannable offense to say, but I did say it. Okay, let's figure out this this circle here. Now, we could take the easy way out, and the easy way out would be to scrap the idea of circles in the first place, and you could replace it with something like that. That'd probably actually be closer to like, maybe like here-ish it would cut off. And you see a little bit of it there, maybe. I'm kind of just using this as a sketch layer at this point because I'm that lost. This is supposed to be a focus on the character anyways, and I'm getting hyper focused on the environment, which is not even going to be colored. Okay. New idea. Because I got scared. And that is just having like a little post here. So if we go back, probably bring this, oops, we're on the eraser. Bring this up, well, this is, Jesus Christ, I can't do this part either. This is definitely something, I actually have, I think my next YouTube video after this one, my plan is to do, like a real in-depth study of, perspective. Because it's definitely a part that I think I lack in my skill set. So I wanna take a video to actually focus on figuring out perspective, because yeah, this just doesn't, it still doesn't feel right. All right, we're gonna get a chair reference because I'm too lost. Let's do a throne. It's also very hot. It's very hot in the room. The internet sucks. The internet sucks now. It's like, you look up anything, and just on the first page of Google Images, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 AI images. It's just like, it really is becoming the dead internet theory. where nothing is actually real. It's all bots and pre-generated content. Anyway, I'm just trying to find a good reference. That is true. I'm trying to think of the actual perspective I'm looking at the individual from. And I might actually have the throne top. Actually, this, now that I look at it, this should be like way more like this. That might be where we're getting a little bit messed up. Is the whole perspective of the back is incorrect here. Okay, let's fix that. Put a new tip in my pen soon. It's getting a little flat for my liking. Because, you know, perspective can't obviously change from object to object. And here our plane is this way, and here it's, you know, this compared to that. So which is, you know, obviously you can have slight variation, but it's quite a different degree. So I think we build this out real quick, figuring out what we want to do on each side. Something like that, maybe. Again, I really don't want it being too complex. We're not even going to color this, I don't think. The character will be colored. Again, not even super in depth, but can I get the correct pixel here? But the background I don't think will be. So we can do that and then bring it back a little flatter. Because the vanishing point's like right here. Which means this would be... Actually, I don't even think we'd see the top of this. You could say I'm getting even more lost in the weeds by making this more complicated. And you're probably right. Maybe we just leave it at that. Give it like very small details that aren't really too complex. That looks closer. I'm surprised I got that on the first attempt. Not straight though. The perspective is actually killing me on this. You're probably wondering, why am I streaming this? Right? Why am I streaming a man absolutely lost in just trying to figure out perspective? But that's kind of the point of my channel, right? There's a lot of things I'm very bad at when it comes to art. obviously. But I think that, you know, a lot of the art content you see online is people that have already gotten past the phase that I'm at, right? I think I have some things I'm very good at and some things I'm very bad at. But a lot of content or recorded content or time lapses might show people that are a stage or a lot of stages ahead of me, and it's kind of hard to see that in between. And I'm hoping I can kind of fill that niche of someone that has some tertiary, third. I don't think that's the correct use of the word, but has some understanding of the foundations of art and elements of art, but can't fully bring those into his own art, and which I think is a stage that a lot of people are probably stuck on, myself included. And I think it's valuable to see artists struggle and work through this kind of stuff, and what works and what doesn't is important when it comes to your own art journey. Because, like, that looks right. Which means this should come up to, like, here. Or so. I don't know why my zoom doesn't work sometimes. It's quite annoying. Again, these need to actually be more so like that. Not too bad, and then we can kind of just tie it into the thing below, have like some danglies there. Big fan of the danglies in this channel. Kind of come down, maybe not all the way, but yeah, I think that looks good. I just need to clean up the actual line art, which unfortunately is on the same layer as everything else. But I can just cut this out. Put it on its own layer. Drop it down. You can use that as reference. Yeah. Ow! Who put that desk there, man? And there we go. I guess, I didn't really talk through it. I kind of had to get into a flow state a little bit, but that's how I worked through that issue. Because to me now that looks a lot closer to a correct perspective. It also has a little bit of pizzazz to it, which is fun and cool and also fun. If I didn't mention. Okay, so now we go to our actual line art. Again, let's try not to zoom in. That's something I'm trying to get a lot better at. We can use shift to make sure that our first lines here are correctly aligned. Back like so. That looks pretty good to me. I'm really trying to not get lost in the imperfections here, because there are plenty of them. But that's not the point of this exercise or this project at all. That looks pretty good. What's up, Pobo? Same on this side. They do kind of look like little croissants. You know, I won't deny that. But I think everyone can use a little bit more croissants in their life, I think. Now, I do have to try and make sure that we're lining up the tops here. So let's go into our sketch layer and just put a little bit of a reference, try and keep it in line with our perspective line below it, if I can. Maybe one day we'll get it. So by like the third or fourth one, we should be up that high. So just from looking at where we are in this first one here, I can already tell we're probably going to be a little too low. So let's just get ahead of that. Oops, and bring it up a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Deep breath, everyone. We got this. It's probably the worst. Probably the worst one I've done. No, I am drawing with my wrist, which is, you know, say as I do. That's not correct. Do as I say, not as I do. I should be drawing with my elbow, but habits die hard and all that. Holy, we are struggling. Let's slow down a little bit. I actually do think that this is a little close, so let's just bring that back so we have a little more room to work here. There. Close enough. Close enough for my book. Okay. The style we have down here. This. Again, I'm really trying to keep this a bit looser, which is not what I'm used to. If you look at a lot of my work, not saying that it's like impeccable work, I'd actually argue the opposite. But a lot of the details are just, I just get so lost in them. I'm focused on them. I'm zoomed in to like this degree to make sure each circle's perfect, right? Erasing any lines that go over top. And that's not really the point of this as I do it. And then we can maybe do like a couple of these to indicate, you know, some kind of fabric material. Then we got a few lines down here. These can go definitely longer than the other one. And then veins, boils, and chips are the last. Some details I want to add, nothing like too crazy. But just enough to, you know, bring some interest to the environment. Couple lines here and there for the idea of detail. I do kind of like this little pebble piece that I added there. Cool. I think that's enough detail for the throne. Let's move on to detailing the man a little bit. Yeah, let's again. Old habits die hard. Let's try and keep our zoom reasonable here. Start adding. Some gross bits, as they are called in the business. One of my favorite strategies for making stuff gross is these little just little tendrils, whether it be on a plant or a human. They, you know, they really give the illusion of three-dimensionality, as we call it. just by wrapping it. You know, make something that's a little bit beyond the line, erase where necessary, suddenly boom, it's 3D. I don't know how it works. I just got here. Start of the song kind of sounds like my alarm in the morning, so I got a little bit of anxiety, not gonna lie, when that started. I think that's probably enough. We can maybe do that. I like how barren this this flap in the neck seems. Although, what if we added, like I said, add one of these things that wraps around and suddenly it becomes so much grosser. Okay, now these eyes, again, I'm not really gonna go too much into. I think I'm just gonna focus on giving them a pupil. All of them kind of looking down at whatever, you know, is going on below here, whatever subject they're looking at. And then we'll give them all a little bit of a shine to give some life to them. Keep it semi in the same area. Okay, I am disgusted, which means I'm happy. I'm happy with it. On to coloring. Let's be a good noodle and name all of our layers here. We got our outline. These are both of our sketch layers. Probably just merge them together. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Put them at 100. And then we'll merge them. I just like holding on to some of those layers if it's not like a super complicated piece, like my computer isn't struggling with the Photoshop file. I think it's just nice to have, especially from a content creation standpoint. What's this? Oh, this is the goat sketch. When we wanted to make this guy with a goat face originally. We don't really need to put that in there. Okay. I'm deciding if this is the actual background color I want, if I want it to be kind of just white. I think I'm okay with that. We might even make it fully white in the end, but it's kind of blinding to look at. Like if I zoom into it, like I'm just flashbanging everyone if anyone's watching. So we'll keep it at gray for now. To try and keep that in mind for coloring, because, you know, color's all relative. You've seen the crazy images where two shades are the exact same shade even though they look completely different. Okay. Let's throw on... This is a technique that I haven't really tried, but I know it's popular when it comes to coloring characters like this, because it's very easy to see. That's a little bit too light for me. More like here-ish, yeah. I don't really want this brush because it's too... too crazy for me. Then we're just gonna color this man in. And see these little imperfections, right? Lines don't meet there. The old me would have gone back and fixed that line. We're in a new era, baby. We don't need to fix that line. No one will ever notice that that's disconnected there unless you happen to be watching this stream. And let's be honest, no one's watching this stream, so we're safe on both fronts. But, you know, with all that said, I do want to make a point that, yeah, if you are working on a piece that the whole goal of it is maybe meticulous design and perfection, you know, sometimes that's just kind of how a piece you're working on is going. And that's fine. But the whole point of this exercise is for me to get it in my small little brain that it's okay for there to be imperfections in art pieces, because it's a good way to practice. It's a good way to get art out there at a better pace, and when all's said and done, no one's going to notice. I'll post this on my Instagram or whatever, and no one's going to be like, I don't know if you noticed, but if you zoom in on the left hand, or I guess his right hand, our left, this is a very precise commenter apparently. The line doesn't quite connect on the pinky. Right? No one's going to comment that. And if they do, they're kind of a dick. So we're good. Now what I'm not good at is coloring in these lines. Maybe it's because I don't, like, a lot of times it'll be kind of sped up, but I see people coloring these in so quickly. Thinking about maybe zooming out here. Let's just get like most of it. And then we can kind of just go along the edge. All right, now this line right here, that's a disconnect that probably people would notice, so that I can connect. Because that's a pretty large gap there. And the reason that we're doing this with red, if you're unfamiliar with the process, this is, you know, a technique for masking, where obviously red is very easy to see if it's in or outside of the line. Color your whole character, creature, whatever, mountain, whatever the hell you're coloring. Yeah, that lines up. And that does not. And from here you can create a clipping mask, and then you can get into coloring without worrying about going out of the lines, because you've already done that step with this very easy to see, oh my god, this very easy to see red. You'll see how it comes together if you haven't seen this done before, but it's a very popular technique. And it's not something that I normally do, but I thought, you know, we're trying new stuff with this. Let's keep that going. Whoa. Dude, does anyone know? Holy shit. Anyone know how to not have horrible posture when you're doing art? Like, I think it's just not possible. I think you have to have, like, that's the price you pay for being a creative little fella is back pain. Okay, so that's like step one of the coloring with the red. Then we zoom in and we're going to do all the edges as best we can. I think I need a new pen tip. This one is, I don't know if it's going to focus. I don't think it is. This one is completely flattened. I actually use softer pen tips for this pen. This is a Huion tablet and tip, and there's two types of pen tips it comes with by default. One's like this soft kind of felt, and then the other one is this hard plastic one, and obviously the hard plastic one will last a lot longer, and you get more of them for some reason. But I don't like how it feels. It feels a bit like plastic on glass a little bit. Now obviously the Huion tablet, it has a softer screen, so it's not fully like glass. It's not like drawing on an iPad, which I hate. But I find that this makes it a little bit better. Oh, that's ooh, that is smooth. My God. This is the first time I'm switching the pen tip since I bought it. Aside from when I originally switched to the felt, because by default it's the plastic in there. And I am just realizing how beat up that tip was, because this is so smooth now. We're gliding, baby. Remember when I said we were going to finish this? What a naive... What a ignorant slut I was. Because I mean, we got an hour left here of stream. I don't think we're going to finish. We might. Coloring for me, personally, if I can speak, you know, in a personal realm for a second with everyone. Can I be vulnerable with everyone for a second here? I find that coloring for myself is very hit or miss. There's some projects I do and the coloring just comes together so smoothly. Everything works. The values feel correct. And then sometimes it really is a battle. Is that Luigi singing in my ear right now? It is. That is Luigi singing in my ear. Let's switch out to, I mean, you can't go wrong with Minecraft, but I think we're gonna throw on a little bit of, I mean, this is a classic. This is one of my probably most played ambient music. Relaxing Zelda music, slow and reverb with cambient with campfire ambience. Sam Kisco, depending on, I don't know, I guess who you are. Big ups, thank you for the music. A lot of times I'll throw this on at work or whilst drawing. can't believe how smooth this pen feels. This connects here, but this is where the line art. Constant funny ha-has. I only have inconsistent ha-has. It's the best I can give you. Hello, by the way. Welcome to the stream and all that. It's the wrong brush, but no one will notice. We're just going to connect that line there. I just realized that I think the the line is two different colors. We got this color here, and then this color. It's the same color. Everyone you've been bamboozled, it's the same color. And that's what we were talking about earlier. Color theory doesn't make sense. Which is why we had to keep in mind that the background is slightly gray. Whoa. Whoa. But the final piece will probably be white. I just don't want to blind everyone with a white screen. So everything that I color with, or I guess, yeah, all the color in this picture will appear duller than it is while I'm working on it, because when we make the background white, everything in comparison will seem dimmer, more dim. Well, babe, you got an hour of me hanging out here, so that's fun. Dimmer. Oh yeah, because there's dimmers, like for lights. Like, I feel like there's got to be a quicker way. You can't stream my stream? Why not? Oh, because you're in, you just have your laptop. That makes sense. Well, thank you either way for tuning in for however long it is, a couple minutes. Viewers make the algorithm go burr. No screencasting. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, but you have... Oh, yeah, you have an actual room. But, yeah, okay, I see. All makes sense. You're forgiven. Can we just take a moment to... I don't know if you saw on the last stream. I'm pretty sure I did this hand in one take. Like, sometimes I surprise myself. That's something special. Very long fingies. Would you rather have really long fingies or really long toesies? I mean, toes would be really weird, but I also feel like really, really long fingies would kind of mess you up for art. I feel like gripping, like the grippies wouldn't be as good with super long fingies. I mean, I guess the grip would be good, but it'd be, I don't know, it'd be awkward. I guess you'd get used to it. If you had long toesies, though, you could be like a little monkey man. Like, I feel like you'd be really good at climbing. Yeah, but imagine the back scratches with long toesies. Could you imagine? Yo, can you quickly scratch my back? And then you turn around and and they're taking off their socks. Yo, why are you taking off your socks? And then you fold out your long toesies and just go to town. No, I'm with you. I think long fingies is definitely the move. Well, yeah, because there's no way, like, you'd have to get custom made socks, right? If you had long toesies, because there's no way toes are made for long, or there's no way socks are made for long-toed fellas. Like, I'm sure there's socks that are, you know, more made for, like, longer toes. But I'm talking about, like, really inhumanely long toes. And they just don't make them like that. So you'd have to, like, fold your toes like this. Where's my screen? So then I guess you'd be walking, like, on the top of your toes. Probably fuck up your back. No, you'd probably just have to be a shoeless, sockless person. Like, you just have to always be letting them piggies breathe. You can't send a pic of your toes? Why not? Like, there's one thing I asked for in this relationship, and it's toe pics. I thought we established that. This actually isn't connected either. So let's do a quick little... I don't love it. I hate it, actually, to be honest. Because I'm using a different brush, so it doesn't line up, but... no one will notice. Oh, yeah. That's true, you could do that. For anyone wondering... I'm trying to cover your username so that people don't send you stuff. Come on, adjust. Adjust! It's kind of hard to see. If I do it on the side, you can see. If you send out, or if you cut some holes, then the toes can breathe. Whoa! Yes, Aiko's here. I know, it doesn't make sense for me to go that way. Aiko! Cat! Cat! Humans for the last... How long ago did cats get domesticated? I know they chose to be domesticated. What was it, like... let's say 6,000 years. Humans for the last 6,000 years. Cats! Cats! And then for the last, like, 12,000 years, dogs! Dogs! We really are just a very simple species. 10 to 12,000 years, is that for cats or for dogs? Because I think I know for a fact, aka I'm making it up completely just based on my feelings, that dogs were domesticated before cats. I know that they were domesticated in different parts of the world, so there was, like, probably no overlap. Or maybe there was, I don't know, but dogs were definitely domesticated first. 10 to 12,000 years. Okay. Cats. Which means dogs. Oh, they, you know, that's why they'd be called man's best friend. Because of that 20,000 years of domestication. 20,000 years of domestication to get to this. Whoa. Look at that guy. What's that on the floor? Oh, it's my shirt. I was overheating. Like, they had it made. They're like, listen, I know it sounds crazy. We're gonna walk up to those people with the fire and just hang out. And it's, you know, 10, 20,000 years down the road, we'll be sleeping in specially thermal regulated beds. You guys have to believe me. Bollywood music goes for sure. Probably one of the highest energy genres that is tolerable. Like EDM and stuff, obviously like high energy, but I can't, you know, give me a song and then I'm out. I feel like Bollywood vibes, I can listen to that shit for, I mean, it's still not like a crazy amount of time. Anything super high energy is gonna wear you out, I think, but you know, I could listen to an album. I don't know why, but I didn't color his toes. I just let him breathe. Dude, he's just like me. He's like sticking one foot out because he's overheating at night. He's so me. Wait. Dude, he's so me, like... Wait. Wait, hold on. We can do this, guys. Everyone just wait. Wait. I gotta look the other way. Is it me? Did it work? Okay, that's fine. Doing that and then looking back to the I gotta go message is soul crushing, but no, that's fair. Okay, we'll put ourselves back in this corner. Enjoy grading. Hopefully it goes quicker than it did yesterday. Big cry. Love you, have fun. How about you fuck off? Is that too much? Is that too much to ask for? Not, just to be clear, not CC. There was a message on my Twitch about promoting my channel to get free followers and shit. Yeah. Sorry, not you. It was on the Twitch chat, not the YouTube chat. Did I mention that I feel like there's got to be a quicker way to do this technique? Because if I didn't, that's me mentioning it. And I'm sure, you know, as you do it more, you get quicker, quicklier at doing it. But this is definitely something that I have not done. This is maybe the first time I've done it. I feel like maybe I've done it maybe once before or something to try it out, but it just feels like the correct move for a character design sheet, or just a character design that is a bit looser. Because, you know, once you're through this stage, you can really kind of just play around in a creative playground. And, and see what color combinations work. Jester, hello, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We're drawing a weird fella. Part of a larger project I'm doing. I want to do, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these character designs. I'm trying to speed up my art process. But I hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. Feel free to ask any questions or just hang out. We just be vibing today mostly. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Patrick does too, apparently. I can zoom out in 1 second here. I'm almost done the, you know, the blocking in of where the color's gonna be. Because we're just gonna focus on color and the actual character. I think that's everything. I think you're tuning in at the perfect time to see the full piece. Yeah, we're just gonna color the actual character, not the seat behind. We might throw up some background, like blocks of color to kind of break things up, but this is where we're at. It's a weird king, what's his name? King baby man face. Also, I apologize for the squeaky chair. You know, I'm gonna put that on my list right now. I got a to-do list here. Because I'm in my late 20s, and that's what you do when you're in your late 20s. You get together to-do lists on actual pads of paper. And I'm gonna write down oil chair. Because this shit is so loud. And squeaky. We gotta put some WD-40 or whatever it's called on there. I can mark off my art and stream things, because that's what I'm doing right now. Alright, now we gotta think of what kind of color. How did I think of this? You know, I can go through a little bit of my thought process on this guy specifically. So I have 2 pictures here for this project so far for 2 different ideas of characters. And I do want it, like I said, I do want to do 3 or 4, so I will need to get a couple more references. But the actual inspiration started with this guy, which is a Damascus goat. Which kind of, they start out as these like really cute babies, and then they turn into these horrifying. You know, personally, I think I'm a little weird, but personally, I still think they're cute even when they're an adult. Like there's something to them. They got like old man energy, like cute old man energy vibes. And originally that was the plan here. If we go to our original sketch, which is super light, that was kind of the original idea. But then in drawing it, kind of trying to figure out the planes of you know, what's flat and what's not, I accidentally kind of figured out that a face might fit instead of a goat's face, and you know, from there it was kind of just exploring the creativity that came. And I think that's, you know, I think a lot of people are afraid to use, well, not a lot of people. I was afraid to use reference for a long time because I felt like it limits, or at least I used to feel like it would limit your creativity. But the secret is that using reference is kind of releases your creativity, because you can see how things connect in different ways, and it gives you new ideas. And I used to be an artist that did not use reference pretty much at all. And I have slowly moved to one that tries to use a reference for every piece. And I think it works itself into yeah, seeing how different things connect and giving you new ideas and stuff. But now I got to think about the color. Like I said, or at least I said before, I don't want this piece to be super like refined or anything. These are hopefully trying to be kind of more quickly done. But I got to decide if like his skin, his flesh tone is going to be more like kind of like a pale red-ish tone, or if we do something completely wild and do like blue or something. But we got the base color here, so we can make it a clipping mask and draw on top of it. Just Does this still work if I drop the opacity on the fill there? And then I go here. Is this a lower opacity? Let's just quickly see. I think so? Yeah, it is. Go all out? As in, like, really try and, What? I guess I could do this. Now that would work as well. You mean like really go all out and try something weird, I'm guessing. We could do like a kind of like a gangly green kind of skin. And then like royal red robes maybe. That might be kind of interesting. Because now, if I do this on this layer, yeah. Okay, cool. So we can just copy that clipping mask. Okay, let's make this really big. We'll drop down the opacity. Flow's kind of lower. We're gonna keep the below like pretty bright, because I kind of want that to bleed through. Right, like having these kind of more red folds where the blood is I guess not technically pooling, but pooling. Let's get this on the road here. Oh no. My computer's having trouble with. If you see how my my cursor disappears sometimes, that means the computer's kind of chugging along. I don't really know why. Shouldn't be. Just a clipping mask. Have to zoom out and just see how this like general idea looks. Gonna get this kind of reddish tint, and like I said, use it for the folds. Maybe on some of the veins as well. By the way, if the music is too loud or too quiet, anyone, just let me know. Because it sounds good in my head, but I know sometimes the mix is a little bit odd. Good volume? Okay, cool. Thank you for the input. It's pretty damn disgusting, which is very much my brand. Yeah, so okay, I think we're gonna do this kind of grayish green as a base. And then on top of that, obviously we'll refine it a little bit. But I think it's gross in all the right ways. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get this guy done today or not. We got half an hour left in the stream here. And I guess it depends on how much I want to focus on making this detailed. M-Rax, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. As I mentioned before, if you have any questions or if you just want to hang out, either works. Feel free to pick my brain if you want. Get more green on the top. Debating about maybe hello, howdy, all of that. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you for the follow, if I didn't already mention it. I don't know, sometimes I'm getting a little bit into a flow state. You know when you feel it coming on when you're doing art? I feel it a little bit, so I might go a little bit past 2, which is in half an hour for my time. Because I'm starting to feel pretty good, but you know, you start forgetting what you said, who you talked to and stuff. Okay. He's almost like zombie-esque, which is kind of fitting, right? So the lore that I have in my head for this guy, just tangentially designing him and kind of thinking about what he would be. And it was actually informed a little bit by my fiance that's not right. That almost like each of these layers of neck are almost like a new head. And then it was going to be more in depth, and I didn't want to do that to myself because the whole point of this is supposed to be getting these characters done in a quicker methodology than I'm used to, right? Because I'm pretty slow when it comes to art. So this is supposed to be a practice in speeding up my process. So I didn't want to go too hard with it. But the eyes and stuff are supposed to be like different variations of the old heads and stuff. And this new one, which is almost like a baby, you know, symbolizes like the newest part of this creature. So it kind of absorbs different people and like builds their facial structures on top of the old face, which is why like the neck is so big. And as well as like his whole body, like all these muscles kind of merge together from different people. I don't know if he consumes them or like they sacrifice themselves to him, who knows. But that's one thing I also kind of realized and got better with over the last year, because I worked on an OC project. It really helps the creative process, at least for me personally, if you kind of ascribe meaning to things. I don't know if ascribe's the correct word. But if you kind of create like a lore in your head, a headcanon for art that you're working on, different characters and ideas. It really helps with figuring out why things are the way that they are. And it makes it a lot easier to think of different ideas that would work logically. What's up with like the arm and the hands? What do you mean? Is this not how a normal arm and hands look? I think, you know, I think it is kind of similar to the neck. Is like, I think, again, if I wanted to expand on this idea, and this wasn't part of a project where I was actually trying to be kind of quick, then what I might do is like have like weird fingers coming out like halfway up the arm, and like weird thumbs, and like an extra bicep or something. Because I do think that the lore behind this is kind of him merging different bodies together. And that's why he's like so large. He's such a large fella. But you do see it a little bit. That's why the hands have 6 fingers rather than 5. But that's also kind of my style. I don't know why recently though I've been doing 6-fingered hands instead of 5-fingered hands, and there's not really a reason. It started originally with a piece I did in 2023, my first art piece of 2023 called Fuck AI Art, and all the hands had 6 fingers on them. And they were like tearing apart a guy, kind of, you know, as a metaphor for AI art, like stealing ideas and art from artists. But all those had 6 fingers because at the time, at least, AI art couldn't correctly make a hand. But I don't know, it just kind of feels fun to make hands with 6 fingers instead of 5. I couldn't give you a reason beyond that. Okay, we got to zoom in a little bit here to make sure we're getting the correct. I really do like using, you know, this is the first time I'm using the red underlaying for the mask. I really like using it as like an underpainting, right? In oil paint, or I guess in acrylic too. A lot of times they'll use red if you're working on a portrait, because it's a good underlying color to have for skin tones, because obviously there's, you know, blood under skin. And I like how it's working with this too. I don't know why I'm like trying to color in the lines so intently right now, because we are on a clipping mask, so I can't just do this. I also don't really know what lighting style I'm planning for this piece. If I want like really dramatic lighting, if I don't even really want to do much lighting, again, because this is kind of a quicker piece. I don't know. Lately I've kind of been in love with doing like pretty dramatic lighting. There's actually a lot less skin on this than I realized. Other than his little toesies down here. Okay, I think that's a good base. A good base for the skin. Now the robe. I was thinking like a royal red might be fun, but I'm unsure. Any thoughts, opinions from chat on a color for the robe? Because he is supposed to be a king. Like, it is supposed to be royalty in whatever kind of messed up kingdom he's overlooking, but was thinking kind of like a... like an elegant red. The red's a good contrast. Yeah. I agree. I don't like the actual, like, red that we have right here. Like, I mean, it's okay, but I feel like we should go with something a little bit more decadent. See if we can find something. Like if we do, well, that's just complete. That's the same color. Wait, why are we? Oh, because we're on the wrong layer. I'll do it. If we go here, but again, probably bring down the color, but bring up the saturation a little bit. Like, how does this look? We'll also probably reduce the blending, because fabric is, you know, obviously it changes a lot, but it's a lot more uniform than skin, so keep it pretty consistent. And flat colors always look a little muted and a little weird until you start adding shadows and highlights and stuff. So I'm not too worried that it looks kind of bland right now. Everyone say hello to Aiko. She was up for about 0.5 seconds. Oh. I am trying to keep the direction of the color a little bit in line with whatever the direction of the item is, right? But it's kind of difficult with cloth. Shaking my whole desk color in this thing. Okay. Now you're probably like, why don't you just use like the paint bucket or something? I've found personally, right, as I get better at figuring out colors and stuff, but these little inconsistencies, especially for digital art, which can look flat if you're not careful, really do add to the texture that's available. Obviously you can like throw a texture on top, but just the inherent texture that's with digital. I kind of like this more splotchy coloring. Okay. Now we could move on to shadows, Probably the move, considering we're almost done the stream here, and that might help complete it. Like, there's still a good amount of work that I want to do in the details, especially on the skin, because it looks pretty rough right now. But if we figure out the shadows, I hate shading fabric though. We'll probably have a red-based shadow of some sort. Start on overlay. Don't mind Windows freaking out on my end. And then where do we want the light? I think it'd be kind of cool having the light come from this direction. Almost like he's like sitting in a throne room and the door's opened. And it's like pouring light onto him through a large door apparatus. And for this, we're gonna go completely hard. Yeah, let's settle down here. We're gonna go completely hard shadows. That's not what I want. Why isn't my shadows? Zero flow. Oh, that's probably why. What's going on here? I was on the wrong setting. 100 flow, rather. Let's block in... Block in the shadows at a quite extreme rate, just to figure out kind of what goes where. I mean, I guess I can also copy this mask. Oops. I actually don't know how to... Can I just drag this over? Settle down here. Yeah, we're gonna do the way that I know how to do it, which is via selection. Why is this? Doom 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 doom. Am I losing my mind? Does anyone know what's going on here? Oh, because it's a different layer. No! I did it on the skin layer, dude! Okay, we can fix that. It wouldn't be an art piece if you didn't start drawing on the wrong layer at some point. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, luckily we caught that early. All right, let's do this correctly. Okay, we're good. So yes, we're gonna do a light source from the front, I believe. And it's insane how much shadows or lighting can bring life to a piece. I'm gonna start on this. from this bottom piece here. This is just to get an idea of what the shadow will actually look like if we drop it down to, say, soft light. I do kind of like how overlay bleeds through pictures a little bit better, so, or colors rather. Like I said, I do have to clean up, you know, the fingers and or not the fingers, the skin and stuff, but this is a good starting place. I really don't. I got 7 minutes here. We're not going to be finishing this piece, which is unfortunate. But we can get it to a place where we'll, as a community, we'll understand kind of what it will look like. It would actually be facing. This would maybe be facing the front. I'd have to think about it a little bit more. Apologies for the sniffles. It do be allergy season starting up. Get these large pieces blocked out. Like all of this pretty much would be in shadow. You know, it's really fun with fabric though, for putting down shadow and lighting, is you can do like really small, like maybe this, maybe that fold catches some light, And it just adds so much dimensionality, as we say on the channel. And it's such a simple trick. You don't want to do it too much, right? Starts getting a little overplayed, but it is a very simple way. This is too big. Actually not be in shadow, it would be the opposite side that's in shadow. Apologies for the quietness. I'm trying to get into the flow here to get a good example for you guys together of what the final kind of lighting would look like. Again, obviously with quite a bit of refinement, but not too much, as I've mentioned multiple times. This is a practice to, like, normally for me, right, an art piece takes usually in the range of, like, usually 40 to 80 hours, depending on how big it is. And it's just too much, too much time for me to put into individual pieces. I'm really trying to get, you know, obviously, you know, you should feel free if you want to work on a piece that much and really give it your all and throw in, you know, 80, 100, however many hours. And that's fine. But I want to have the ability to get pieces done kind of more in that 10 to 20 range, 10 to 20 hour range. And this is kind of a practice in that. It's getting closer. I think probably all of this would probably be in shadow. Obviously, we would have some pieces of the fabric poking through, if you would. And then when it comes to his face, now this is going to be a little bit difficult because he's kind of like off to an angle, and if the light's coming here, most of the side is going to be lit. But you risk the issue of it looking flat if you just leave it all lit. So we have to try and take advantage of the folds. To kind of sell the angle of light. And also the top would probably be no, it didn't work. I was going over it in my brain and having a bit of an aneurysm. How would the light fall here? Kind of like that. I need a Kleenex. But we got like a minute left here, so I come on, Snot. Just hold on, stay in there. You guys got this. Stick it to the man. Me being me, I'm the man in this scenario. Okay. Yeah, we'd have to focus a lot more on shading all the folds in his weird neck element. But that's kind of the general idea of the lighting that I want to go for this guy. This is just the shadow layer. I also have to put in the lighting, refine the actual color to give it some more variation and make it a bit more realistic, especially when it comes to the skin. And then we're pretty much done. Like I said it multiple times. I don't want to get lost in the weeds here and make this a 30-hour project or something. So we are actually, as incomplete as it looks, we are getting kind of close to completing here. But it is 2 o'clock, which right now I just have the goal of streaming every Saturday, 12 to 2 Mountain Time. I hope to expand that and make it longer. Figure out a better streaming schedule to keep me honest with getting some art done. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, I will be back next Saturday, 12 to 2. If you want to, keep updated on the artwork, consider following me on Instagram. FacemanArt is my Instagram handle. This will definitely be posted on there when it's complete. Probably next Saturday we'll be onto a new character. And if you like this, consider checking out my YouTube channel, FacemanArt. I think you might like it if you enjoy these streams. Thank you so much, Jester. Thank you so much, Mr. Rax. I just called you Mr. Rax. Mr. Axe or M-Rax. We'll never know. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in and saying hello and following. And obviously, CC, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, a good week, and we'll see you guys Saturday. Take it easy. Peace out. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You as well, Jester. Thank you. Bye-bye. Wait, Aiko, say goodbye. She's sleeping. Take it easy, everyone.